Hey y'all, this is Anya at DecoToes. Welcome back. As always, before we get into what this video is about, I would like to ask kindly that you please give this video a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified every time I upload, which is still every Friday. So this video was inspired by the eyeshadow palette that I purchased, and I will pop this on the screen right now. It is the Morphe 35S Sweet Oasis palette, and let me just tell you, when I saw the colors, I was actually shopping on Ulta online, looking for something else, and I stumbled across this and I saw the colors and I was like, this is so me. Those blue teal shades with the pinks, and then I have a good amount of neutral colors. I fell in love with it. I just had to have it. And I never actually owned a Morphe palette before, so I was really curious to give it a try. And you will see me using this palette to create the look that I have on right now later in the video. But before we get into me trying on some of the products that I have purchased recently, I do want to mention a few that I have gotten through the pop-up sale on BoxyCharm, because I feel like they are worth mentioning, but they are not something I'm going to be trying on in this video. So first up, I was in need of a candle. So this is a candle from Candir, I think that's how you pronounce it. It says florals for spring, groundbreaking. I just loved the colors of this, and it does smell very floral, and I cannot wait to use this. Next thing up is this Exfoliate cleanser from Somerville. I have actually used this before and I really liked it, so when I saw this in the pop-up sale, I thought I just have to get it because I love it and I'm always in need of a cleanser, so this will come in very handy as well. And I love the way this smells too, and the way it feels on my skin, so I'm glad that we had that in the pop-up sale. Okay, so my camera died and then I kept filming, and I have to refilm this part of the video, so bear with me here. So I think we've gone through the first two products, and now moving on. So I have recently discovered two skincare brands that I absolutely fell in love with, and I discovered them through BoxyCharm, of course. So I did buy 3 products in the BoxyCharm pop-up sale recently, and I want to show you what these are. First up is the Pharmacy Cheer Up eye cream, and I absolutely love it, and I am finishing up my first one, so I bought a backup for when I finish the first one and I can continue using it, which does not happen very often. I usually get bored with products and I change them out, but this one I truly enjoy, so I'm happy that I got to buy this. The second product that I purchased was actually going to be in the base box for March, but I'm getting the Luxe box instead. So thankfully it was in the pop-up sale and I got to purchase it. And it is from Glow Recipe. It's the Banana Souffle Moisture Cream. This stuff smells amazing. If you've ever had the Oikos, I think that's how you pronounce it, banana yogurt, this smells practically exactly like it. So love the scent, but I also love the way it feels on my skin. And my skin just does great with the Pharmacy and the Glow Recipe products, and I'm absolutely loving them. And the next product from Glow Recipe is the Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm. It's a mouthful. It does have a bit of a scent, but nothing intense. And the way I usually remove my makeup is I go in with micellar water on a cotton round, and then I either use like a gel cleanser or a balm, and then I wipe it off just to make sure that there is no makeup left behind. I do double cleanse, definitely, always. So I have not used this product yet, but I will make sure to remember, hopefully, to include what I think about it in the description box below. And last but not least, I have mentioned in either my last video or the video before that I will be purchasing the Mint Pastels eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty, and I love it. And of course, because I'm refilming this part of the video, I have dipped my little toes into these colors, so just ignore that. But here is what the shades look like. I absolutely love these, and I do want to show you a few of them. So here are 5 of the shades on the tips of my toes. I figured that's the best way for me to show them to you guys. I am so looking forward to using this palette. It's looking amazing. Now let's move on to the try-on portion of this video. So before we get into the makeup portion of this video, I do want to mention these earrings. They're little peaches with a little leaf, and I thought they were absolutely adorable. But I do want to show you. Do you see how bent the tip of it is? It was actually straight, and you would just put it through your ear and you would put the other piece in the back of your ear. But because I cannot do that, I figured, let me just try and bend it and see if I can use it like I do other earrings. So because it's bent, all I have to do is put it in through the hole, and it's ready. And I love it. And they are on very well. They're not going anywhere. And I think these are absolutely adorable. So now let's get on to the makeup part. So my face is cleaned and moisturized, and we are gonna go in with this E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer. I have finally purchased it because I've seen so many people raving about this, and I just had to try it. And E.L.F. is such an inexpensive brand. I mean, it is a drugstore brand, so I thought I just have to try it. This is what it looks like in the pan. And I've got some on my toe here, and I'm just going to dab it on, and then I will massage it in. What I did find from using it, I think I used it yesterday, is that you really have to work it in, because if you don't do it evenly, it's gonna show. Like, I used a powder foundation on top of that yesterday, and for some reason, like, I got a weird line here where it was where the powder foundation stuck to that part a lot more than the other ones. So I'm really going to try to blend this in evenly. Alright, so this putty, it goes on very smoothly on the skin, and it is a lot harder in consistency at first, and then it warms up and gets softer with the touch of your hand or your foot. Alright, now this L'Oreal Infallible Powder Foundation was something that I wanted to order online from Ulta. It was all sold out. I went to the store to Ulta, it was sold out. And then I finally got it on CVS. I ordered it online and it finally came. I got 2 of them because I wanted to get 2 just in case it is as amazing as people keep saying it is. So let's see. I'm not going to be using the little sponge applicator that's included with this because I just don't want to. What I will use is this Babygirl, I don't know if it's a foundation brush or not, but it's really nice and dense. And these are so incredibly soft. I have 2 of those. The other one is a lot more fluffy, but I absolutely love these. By the way, I got the shade Porcelain, and I'm just going to, I'm going to do the right side just because it's easier to do the right side on camera. And, well, let's see. I am only going to do half of my face just so you can see the difference between the 2 sides. And just as a disclaimer, I use a lot of foundation, whether it's powder or liquid, because I have so much redness on my face that I just want to make sure that it's all covered very, very well. Okay, so here it is, half of my face done, and here is a close-up of it compared to this side. Obviously, I have some serious breakouts on the left side of my face right now, so I will show you at the end how it covered that. I mean, overall, first of all, I do not know how to match the shade of my face. So if I'm like totally off, just ignore that. I mean, I picked the shade online, so whatever. There's a significant difference. I mean, clearly. However, is it as good as my usual powder foundation? And just so you know, my usual powder foundation is the Pure 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 15. And this stuff is amazing, but it's also twice as expensive as the L'Oreal one. That's why I kind of wanted to see if I can find a less expensive replacement for this. It'll do, it's fine, but it's not as wow as this one is. This one I absolutely love, so I have a feeling I'll be repurchasing this in the future. Now I'm going to finish the rest of my face, and also I'll add the blush, the bronzer, highlighter, all of that, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I have finished my whole face, as you can see. I mean, I think it's looking pretty good. It actually covered my acne quite well. Obviously, I've also put on some eyebrows. But this is it. I also added primer, and I did set the primer with the L'Oreal Powder Foundation. So that's all over my face now. My face is also set with a translucent powder and all of that. And now we are going to get to the eyes. But I will do the first eye off camera, and then I will show you the second one on camera as I usually do. So keep on watching. Okay, I have zoomed you in a little bit because I finished one eye and we are going to move on to the other one. And let me just say, I'm excited to share this with you guys. So excited. So let's get to it. First, we're going to start with the eyeshadow. And to begin, I took Sneak a Kiss on a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend that in the crease and upwards as always. Now on the same brush, I took Private Villa, but I'm going to focus that like really just in the crease to deepen that up a little bit, because Pink Villa is a lot more, Private Villa is a lot more pink, whereas Sneak a Kiss is a lot more peachy in tone. You guys, I keep looking at the other eye and I am in love with it. Alright, so we have deepened it up a little bit. Now I'm taking the shade Snarkle Sesh on my ColourPop triangle brush, and I'm going to really stamp that in on the outer corner up to the crease and about halfway through the lid. I think this is one of my favorite shades in this palette. Oh my goodness. And as you can see, when that turquoise shade goes over the pink, it creates almost like a purple shade, and it is stunning. I'm just going to add just a little bit more of that shade on there. And now with my very fluffy clean brush, I'm going to just blend that out. And on that same fluffy brush, I'm taking Private Villa, and I want to add a little bit more pink to the crease, or above the crease actually. And with my very fluffy brush, I'm just going to add a little bit of Sneak a Kiss on above that. Now I'm taking the shade Hidden Cove, and I'm just going to take my tiny brush and kind of stamp it close to the lash line and kind of blend it out a little bit. And I just noticed, I totally forgot that I have wet this brush before, and now this shade is coming out a whole lot darker than it was on the other eye. So I might have to fix that a little bit. Okay, I'm actually gonna go back with my fluffy brush and kind of blend this out a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some more Snarkle Sesh. I thought at first that it said Snarkle Fish, but no, it's Snarkle Sesh. To deepen this up, oh my goodness, I'm in love. I mean, anything teal and pink combined together, especially if it creates an extra purple in there, those are my shades. totally my shades. Okay, next I'm going to take my sponge applicator with the shade Island Hop, and I will stamp that on the middle part of the lid. Make sure that it's blended out nicely. I love it. I love this. And now I'm taking the shade Just Us 2 and putting that in the inner third of the eyelid. This shade is, I guess, a little bit pinky, but not totally. It's really hard to describe. Okay, now I have wiped off my tiny brush and I have wet it again, and I'm just intensifying this color, and also I want to create a bit of a sharper edge, hopefully a straight one, of those shades to, I mean, it's not necessarily totally a cut crease, but I guess a little bit. And now with Island Hop, again, I've wiped off the brush and I just wet it a little bit more. And we are done with the top lid. Now back with Snorkel Sesh, we are going to stamp that on the outer part of the lower lid. And now back with Just Us 2 with a wet brush again. Putting that in the inner third. And now Island Hop in the middle. And after wiping the brush, I took the shade Take Me Back, and I'm going to pop that in the inner corner. Alright, the shadow is done. Now as you can see, I have false lashes on the left eye, and I will show you what I am using for that. Obviously this is just the packaging, but I bought these Glamnetic eyelashes with the magnetic eyeliner, and let me just say I am impressed. We are going to start off with the liner, and I've done a video before of applying magnetic lashes. I bought the, I believe they're called Moxie lashes. Are they? I hope they are. And as much as I love them, they were too big on me, so I always had to cut them a little bit, and I've actually ruined a pair because of that. But also I had such a hard time applying the eyeliner because I just got it all over my my eyelashes, and it was just a huge mess because then the lashes would stick to my eyelashes, not to the line, if you know what I mean. So it was a mess. This one, at least doing this eye, I mean, it went so smooth I couldn't believe it. So let's hope that this eye is going to be just as easy peasy. So I do notice that it's definitely not as chunky. And I also noticed that it dries down really, really fast. Like I have to re-dip this a few times to get the line across. I really hope I'm not making this too thick. So I feel like this is thicker than the other line was. At least on the inner corner. I might have botched it a little bit. But I'm also trying to stay in camera and not putting my face all the way down to the mirror. But yeah, this is definitely not as chunky as the other brand that I've used. I mean, here, that was super easy. Now, while the eyeliner dries, and because these eyelashes are reusable, I think you can use them up to 35 times or something like that. But you know what? If you really take care of them, I feel like you can use them way more. I'm going to apply the mascara first because I don't want to get any mascara onto the lashes. But I do want my natural lashes to blend with them a little bit more. So we're going to apply that. Just one coat, very thin. And on the bottom lashes also. And the magnetic eyeliner from Glamnetic also dries down a whole lot faster than the Moxie lashes. I mean, I've made a mess with the other brands so many times. I just kind of stopped using them because, yeah, it was just too frustrating, and they were super expensive, okay? Like super expensive. I just want to show you what these look like. This is the eyelash, very flattering. This style is called Babygirl, and I am going to take my tweezers and I'm going to grab them by the outer corner, pull them off like this. But before I stamp them on, or before I apply them to my eye, I will just wiggle them so that they are a little more bent, if you can see that kind of. I know they're out of focus. And we go ahead and apply it. I also absolutely love, oops, hold on, wrong spot. I love that these are, the magnets are all the way at the end. So there's no part that's sticking up. I'm just gonna use this to push it down a little. I mean, you guys, did you see how easy that was? That was fabulous, okay? Fabulous. And I mean, I've done it with my feet. So yeah, I love these, and I really want to get more styles of them, because these, as excited as I was for my first magnetic lashes, they kind of disappointed me. These ones, I am absolutely thrilled. And this is the end of the look. Okay, just to sum up the video, the products that I really enjoy, I think my number one thing are these magnetic lashes. The ease of putting them on was just amazing. It's been a while since I have put them on, and they are staying on perfectly. I did put a little too little eyeliner on the inner corner of my right eye, so it is sticking up maybe just slightly. But that was my fault. If I did put the eyeliner as much as I should, then that wouldn't have been a problem, because the left eye is perfectly fine. Also, I absolutely love that the magnets go from the very end to the very end. I love that they're small enough so I didn't have to trim them down. I'm definitely looking forward to getting more styles of these, because a lot of the colorful looks, I feel like, do require a bold eyelash. And the easiest way to achieve that is to put false lashes on, obviously. So that I love. The eyeshadow palette, I mean, it goes without saying. I absolutely love the way it looks. I love the way it applies. I love the colors. Amazing. The powder, like I mentioned, it's not as good as the pure one, but it is half the price. It does stay on the skin very well. However, when I used it without the E.L.F. Putty Primer, or without any primer underneath, it looked very different. So the primer definitely helps for the powder to stick to your skin. So I definitely suggest using a primer with that. And the Putty Primer, as long as you apply it very evenly, then it does work really good, and it's very affordable. And it looks like that is it for the products. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and look out for the video next Friday, which I'm not sure what the topic of that's going to be yet, but there will be a video next Friday. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please once again give it a big thumbs up and comment and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also, welcome to all the new subscribers, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every time I upload so that you do not miss a video. And with all that being said, I will see you again next week. Bye.